What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Gotta give you this one. Typically, a message like this, people would automatically assume it's geared towards younger people, but it's actually more so with older people in mind. The necessity of growth. And to some, y'all might say, "Oh man, that's pretty simple, man." Most of my topics on this channel are pretty simple, and they're intended to be that way because based on a lot of y'all's taste in music, the simpler it is, the better you love it. So, of course, my conversation, I'm going to make sure that my daily conversations fit into that mold so I'm not talking over y'all's heads and it's easy to take in and understand, so easy that a caveman could do it. But if you are not growing as a person, mentally, spiritually, not physically, your physical growth takes place involuntarily. If you're a baby, your body is going to grow to eventually you'll be 7 years old and you'll be about this high. Then you'll be 15 and you'll be about this high. And eventually you will grow and max out physically. But that is an involuntary action that you have really not much control over. You got a little bit if you know. But the growth that you do control is the mental and spiritual growth. And a lot of us get to the point where we max out in the physical growth. We get older in years and age, but we don't grow at all up here. So when you don't grow mentally, some of the same ways and same thoughts and same things that you were doing 15, 20 years ago, for however long ago, you find yourself still doing those things because you're still in that mindset. The body and the actions of the vessel are only moved by what goes on in the thoughts. So if the thoughts have not moved from the place that they were, then the actions don't change. That's why you see a lot of people, older people, they still on the corner, still on the cut, still living with their mama, still hanging out in the same spots, and now they the oldest one there. A whole new generation of people are there. Now you still because they have not grown. But it also, more importantly, applies to uh, just ways you approach life, ways you deal with situations, ways you deal with scenarios and people, and some of the things in the immature ways that we may have dealt with something um, years back, we can't deal with those things the same way once you get to a certain stage in your life because, again, you've shown no growth. It would be like running a race. 10 people running a race, and dude shoots the gun, pow, and as they coming back around the lap, you still in that same spot in position, or you've only moved a couple of feet. Uh, the way we handle things now should be way different than how we handled things. And you see people say it all the time. Oh man, I'm not the person I used to be. Man, 5 years ago, I'd slap the hell out that dude. These are the kind of things that people say because they know that they have experienced some growth and some development in their life. They become aware of certain consequences, of possible consequences um, that can happen if they decide that I'm going to let emotion overcome my situation. And now you look at them and you say, "Yeah, man, hey, man, I'm proud of you. You didn't handle that. You ever been with a friend that you knew was a loose cannon, that you knew was half crazy, and something happens and they handle it totally perfect and professional, and then you say, man, all right, boy, I remember a time. Boy, you would have went crazy on that, man. You handled that really well." that's because that person is grown and they also um, get to a point where they have something to lose in life. So if you don't have anything to lose in life, then that makes some people more quick to just flip out, crash out. And sometimes, like I say, if the growth is not there, even when you do have something to lose, you end up losing it because you are not in a place where you can harness and keep your emotions under control. So growth is a necessity because it takes you from one stage to the next stage, to the next stage, to the next stage, to where you can look down at where you came from and you can know with confidence that you'll never revisit that version of yourself. Um, the quicker the better. The quicker you start to experience that growth, the better. But it has to be worked on, and for some people, it might require a little more work than it does for other people because everybody is set up different. You have people that got quick tempers. You got people that got a lot of patience. You have people that kind of assess things before they snap. You got people that snap immediately. You got people who freak out and panic in a tight situation. You got other people who get calm, and so it's so many different types of people. So your levels of growth have to be honed and developed based on who you are and how you know yourself. How you know yourself, because you know most of us know ourselves a little bit. And I know, what you mean a little bit? I know myself. Don't nobody know me better than me. I don't always agree with that. I feel like there's a lot of people who really still don't understand themselves, and there are people on the outside looking in that can look at them and go, "I know this cat better than he knows himself. I know what you're gonna do." A lot of people don't like to hear that, but that growth comes from doing your best to develop understanding and a connection with God and a connection with what's important for you yourself, and understanding that your life ain't just about you, not just about you. Some people um, switch is flipped when they have children. It makes them see things. Okay, I got to be there for this person. I got to, some people's switch is flipped if they meet a significant other that kind of um, takes them out of their mindset. Some people's switches flip when they get around different types of people with more elevated minds and more goal oriented people who can show them different ways of life to say, oh man, that what you want, that's worthless. But you gotta grow. You can't be petty. You can't hold grudges. You can't be hateful about things that happened 22 years ago. You have to let those things go, because those types of things, the pettiness, the grudges, they stagnate your growth, because we revisit and we dwell on those things, and then before you know it, you spend so much and waste so much time dwelling on those things that you're not able to go to something new. So there are certain things that you got to let go. So okay, we don't forget it because you learn the lesson, you extract the lesson from it, but a certain thing that you have to let go of in order. You got to let go in order to grow. Plain and simple. There's a lot more that I can say on this, but I ain't gonna hold y'all up all month. And leave y'all comments below and tell me what you think. And go to the Underground Dialogue podcast right here on YouTube and check out the new interview with the great Killer Mike. And y'all subscribe to that channel as well as this one. And leave a comment and turn on your notifications, man. All right, man. Growth. Catch y'all later, man. It's your big brother K-Rino. Peace.